Twisted Sisters. Oh god. June 1983, a string of disappearances. The suspect is Mion Sonozaki, let's say 18 years old. She is suspected of kidnapped 5 Hinamizawa residents between June 19th and June 21st. Oryu Shion, Keiichi, Rika, and Satoko. Preliminary investigations on the incidences were delayed at the time due to insufficient evidence, but it was resolved. Coincidentally and shockingly, on the morning of the 23rd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki family heard screams from inside and rushed in as an emergency measure. They secured the suspect missing younger sister Shion and her 2 missing classmates Keiichi and Rena. Suspect fled the scene. Fuck. Deep in the detached basement of the Sonozaki property, which is believed to have been used to kill those who disappeared, there were discovered hair flakes of skin, blood, etc. From Moriyuri, Kimiyoshi, Rika, and Satoko. We continued. The missing persons were tortured in the torture chamber. However, their remains still not found. At one of their imprisoned classmates' advice, we continued searching the detached basement of the Sonozaki property, which were imprisoned, believing that they were. However, we still did not locate the escape route. In addition, the investigations are continuing as to her participation in the serial freak death incidences of recent years, thinking it would give you some clue, but no evidence that Mion was involved either directly or indirectly has been found. Still many unclear points, motive, family. We expect to require a long time to clarify them. Good God, I hate reading fast. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable about the region is this has been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts. It's clear that these instances are particularly rooted in the region. We anticipated gaining valuable clues from the missing person believed to have been in prison for the longest time. She owned the suspect's younger sister, but her mind was stricken by the grave after effects of the incident. She has not been in a state of mind to provide answers. The psychiatrist concluded that she is in a temporary state of shock, but it didn't seem hopeful that she'll recover today either. Fuck. Only a few days passed since that time. Oh god. I'll just read it fucking fast. Fuck that. If you want, pause it during it so you can read all of it. Oh fuck. It's hard to read all that. So it's not over, thank God. Does that mean I can have happy fun times with Mion, who now believes she's Shion? After that, I was rescued by Oishi and his subordinates whom Rena had called in. Aside from my entirely blank slate of mind, I had no external injuries. The most I had was the small burn mark from where the stun gun hit me. As I was having a checkup in the hospital, Oishi asked me all sorts of things, but I don't really remember what he asked or how I answered them. From what I heard, surprisingly, Mion still hadn't been captured. There were apparently a great many hallways and smaller rooms extending out from the depths of the prison. It wouldn't be strange if she had fled to one of those and hidden herself. The one fortunate aspect amidst all the misfortune was that Shion had been safely secured by the police, or Mion. When I last saw Shion, she seemed like she was going to take me with her and then kill me. She probably didn't have enough time to, though, since Oishi came running in faster than she had predicted. True, if I'd come alone, I would have been fucked. That was the only real fortunate thing to have happened. Of course, the rescued Mion, despite having no external wounds, now had a big deep wound in her heart. She was in a severe state of confusion when they rescued her, and apparently she bit the police officers trying to resist. Fuck. From what he heard, she was seeing Mion and everyone else she saw. Hated not only the hospital, but even her own home. God, that's fucked up. I feel really bad about Mion. Fuck. Give her a hug. And had shut herself up somewhere in Shishibone, hiding her location. If Keiichi goes there, it might actually balance her out because, for all she knows, he's dead. Additionally, in fear that Shion would come for her, she was moving from place to place every day, and even her parents weren't sure where she actually was. Wherever she was living, even now, Mion was spending her days in fear of Shion's shadow. Never will believe it. Fuck, I don't even get my happy ending. The police were investigating the Sonozaki's underground storehouse at this moment. Since they couldn't find the remains of the other sacrifices, hadn't Mion thrown the corpses into a well? I had a feeling I'd said that to him. That meant a hidden tunnel, vertical like a well, was somewhere in those underground passages. The secret underground without any maps or architectural drawings, which had swallowed up the remains of Rika, Satoko, and everyone else, was still unwilling to speak the truth. I was brought back to the basement again, too, for an on-the-site inspection or something. But I didn't remember being of any help. I never wanted to go back there again. Fuck, I'm on edge. For days afterward, the Sonozakis living in Okinomiya, in other words, Mion and Shion's parents, the big-name Yakuza, would come to our house to apologize, bringing many of their followers with them. That's nice. However much my parents refused it, they piled up many 100,000 yen bills, calling it consolation money every day. I'm not fucking complaining. See, all I tell him is, I just want to be married to Mion. I just want eternal love with her. I don't need money. If you could give me your consent for me marrying your daughter. The amount of money grew each day, and after it had passed 2 million yen, they were then given an envelope containing a letter. I didn't know what was written in the letter. My parents talked about it by themselves for 2 whole nights, and decided to move away. What? Did they leave me alone? Oh no, we're moving. Oh, okay. Fuck, they must have given them a shit ton of money. Oh god, that's like to move, like moving money. That's a shit ton. I see. You're moving, huh? When? At the end of next month. I won't even have been in Hinamizawa for half a year. I'll be lonely. Yeah, all your friends died, or left. I'm the only one left. Rena smiled sadly. If I had just said yeah, I thought it would make her even more lonely, so I changed the subject. Hey look, the sky's beautiful. Here's something to think about. That's how I broached it. Mion hadn't actually fled, but had been demoned away in the truest sense of the term. Where she went after she disappeared. That we didn't know. What was there where she had disappeared to? I hope there was a hobby shop dealing in imports, that kind Mion liked. In that place she would definitely be free from the burdensome fetters of her family, and live not as Mion Sonozaki, but as just Mion and enjoying herself. Please, cut to a scene when they're in the city, he passes her, you know, like she has, like, I don't know, a different hairstyle, but it's definitely Mion. And he's like, oh, hey, my name's Keiichi. And then she shakes his, you know, just a really cute scene like that. But it's not going to be a cute scene, is it? Maybe she's already met up with Satoko and Rika. They must also have been waiting for the day Rena and I would join them, spending all their time doing club activities, as lively as they always were. When I told Rena that, she smiled and nodded to me. The incidences the Sonozaki family had been trying so hard to hide, too, were exposed to the magazines from this single tiny seam. The serial incidences of recent years were all pulled up like a long vine in the ground, one by one, and for many days news of it was brought up on talk and variety shows. The shows, which were comedic and silly, never once tried to touch upon the grim, heavy history that Mion had been bearing. It made me mad to see them bringing this stuff up in jest. But there was nothing I could do about it now. How big an impression. How these short few weeks I spent in Hinamizawa have on my life. During these few weeks, I met my best friends, and had the best experiences of my life. I'll probably never forget it for as long as I lived. Yeah, I nearly fucking died. As for the distorted image of Mion that the media created, after the masses got tired of treating her like a plaything, they would ball her up, throw her in the trash, and then she would fade from their memories. Not mine. And as one of the few people who knew the real Mion, I must always make sure I remember her. Beyond any doubt, that was That will surely become my offering to her. The sky reached so far up, and towering cumulonimbus clouds floated through it. God, I haven't actually read cumulonimbus clouds since like fucking 4th grade. The real summer was just before our eyes. Don't end it there either. Okay, it didn't. Even now, whenever 10 p.m. came around, I would expect a call from Shion, or Mion rather. Now that everything was over, of course, she would never call me. But it was precisely because she wouldn't call me that I was scared of who would call me this time. Plus, Mion still hadn't been caught. I couldn't say for sure that everything was completely over. On the other side of that fear, though, were my prayers that Shion was safe. Mion and Shion were safe, sure. Fuck it, why not? When I thought like that, I was able to sleep, even with such terrifying thoughts. Good night. The lights were off. Oh god. Before her attacking when the lights were off was something that had scared me. However, that feeling changed to regret within 2 days. God, I'm not liking the tone this is setting. Oh god. The moonlight flickered through the gap in the curtain, shone onto the desk and illuminated a doll. That's right. The doll. That I should have given to Mion that day. She said it was an import from England or something and was all the rage, didn't she? From what Shion said, the most popular among them were the ones wearing the fluffy dress. You're a fucking cock. After being released from the incident, the first place I went to was that toy store. Everything was apparently sold out besides the things on the storefront displays. I was refused once when they said they wouldn't sell the display products, but when they realized I was Survivor A from that incident, they immediately consented. Of course, even if I bought it, I might never have the chance to give it to her again. Even knowing that, I waited for the opportunity to give it to her. I waited like this for the opportunity, with it on the desk, so I could give it to her at any time. Man, come on. That's what I would have done if I'm a dumbass in the beginning. Fucking idiot. Oh man. Plonk. There's a weird noise. There's a noise I wasn't used to hearing. It was too big to be raindrops, and it was completely different from the sound lost bugs make when they ram into fluorescent lights. I figure I must have misheard and nestled back onto my futon. Oh fuck me. Nope. The noise happened again. I wasn't hearing things. I definitely heard it. Where was it coming from? I got up and turned on the light. Fuck this. If there was a second, there would be a third. From where, though? I listened carefully. The window. Some sort of pebbles were colliding with my window. We're going to get into really fucked up stuff now. When I realized they weren't being blown there by the wind, but rather being thrown by a person, I gave a start. I looked at the clock. It was 2 a.m. Who would it be at a time like this? I quietly peeked out front through the gap in the curtains. In the light at the gate, despite it being so late, I saw someone. They picked up a piece of gravel and threw it at this window. It hit the window and made a plonking noise. Who was it? Ugh! It's probably Shion. I caught my breath in surprise. My eyes weren't deceiving me. That person was Mion. Or at least Shion, pretending to still be Mion. I threw open the window and looked at the figure again. My eyes certainly weren't deceiving me. It was Mion. She was alive. Mion pressed her index finger to her lips and made a shush motion so I wouldn't shout. If she hadn't, well, I was nearly about to cry out. Mion was in a very delicate position right now. Even if it was the middle of the night, I shouldn't call out her name. I waved to her, gesturing that I'd be right over, flung on my coat atop my pajamas, and flew out the door. You didn't grab the fucking doll either. I quickly hit the brakes just before going down the stairs. Although happiness was spurting through within me, I had the sad feeling that this would be our final parting. So I went back up to my room again. Yes! Yes! Even though this isn't Mion. Which is gonna still make me pissed off. Because all the sweet things he does always is Shion pretending to be Mion. And it makes me pissed off. If there was a god, I don't think I would have ever thanked him as much as today. Even if it would be the last time we ever saw each other, I was so grateful for this one chance to give it to her. I slipped into my sandals, unlocked the door, unlocked the chain, and leapt out the house. You're gonna fucking die. Mion. It's been a while. How are you? Been doing alright? It was like how we used to meet each other every morning. Mion waved to me and responded like she always did. It was doubtlessly Mion. It was the real Mion. Are you alright hanging around this place? I really shouldn't be. She certainly wasn't acting like she knew the police were following her. It's almost like she was a patient who had gotten tired of staying in the hospital and had snuck out. Her speech was relaxed enough to make me think that, and I couldn't help but be surprised. That relaxation I thought was more like Mion, and I was happy for it. Anyway, what's wrong? What do you need at this hour? I wanted to talk to you one last time. That was when I noticed them. On Mion's forehead there were big droplets of sweat. Oh, fuck me. Her expression, too, which I had thought to be a satisfied smile, was upon closer inspection trembling slightly, and I realized that she was forcing it. Well, I can't stay for any longer. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah, this is still Shion. A pain note was beginning to enter her words as well. As it was just smiling was a feat for her. Are you alright? Are you not feeling well? I tried so hard up until now. But I can tell. I'm done. This is my limit. They're about to come up behind me to take me away. Mion's smiles crumbled and started to stiffen. Did she push herself this much to come all this way for me? Her laughter cut off and changed into rough breathing. I reached out to rub her back, but she knocked me away. Are you okay? Don't force yourself. Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Mion. This doll. I wanted to do this one last thing because I knew how little time you had left. But this last thing, Oh, God. Oh, God. My stomach is burning. Mion took a meat cleaver-like knife and stabbed me and pushed it in tight and took it and twisted it. Oh, God. Mion? Hey, what? It hurts. I made it. I cowered on the ground. My stomach was so hot it was almost spewing fire. Mion watched it and took a few steps back and cackled. I've done it all. That's everyone I wanted to kill. She did kill Mion. She did. It was in that case she killed her. I don't know what she did, but she ended up killing her. When they said even the police couldn't catch up with her, she must have killed her at that point. Or like the family couldn't keep up with her, that's when she killed her. The last words Mion left me with that day came back to me. After today, Mion will never come back. From today on, even if my body is here, her body is all it will be. By then, a demon will have taken it over. The demon. The demon. The demon. God, this hurts. Me. This can't. I thought we had finally been able to meet. This can't. Mion. In a pool of blood of my own design is the doll I brought for Mion, dyed in red. So red. Good God damn it. No. No. Mion. Ugh. The good fortune of having been allowed to meet Mion once more, and the misfortune of that meeting being torn apart before my eyes. Should I be grateful or curse it? My emotions were neither of those, as my consciousness sunk it deep into a black swamp. The doll I brought for Mion, the blood, had ruined it. No matter how I scrubbed and scrubbed, it had needlessly been ruined. Ruined. The sad moon was so white, it looked frozen. Ugh. June 28, 1983. A violent incident occurred in Hinamizawa, Shishiban City Prefecture. The victim was Keiichi Maebara, also a victim of a previous string of disappearances. At around 2 a.m., he was stabbed in the stomach with a bladed object by the suspect of the last case and was gravely wounded. He was discovered when his parents woke up and was then oh god, he escaped death. How? The criminal fled the scene. He was there until they woke up? On the same day at approximately the same time, a fall accident occurred in the Kamishiki apartment complex in Shishiban Prefecture. The victim was Shion Sonozaki, also a victim of the previous stream. Late on the same night, victims overheard her having a big fight with someone and informed the manager. The manager used a master key to enter from the room and discovered the victim had fallen from an 8th floor balcony. Fuck. The room had been torn apart and appeared to show traces of a fight. One neighbor had frequently visited the Sonozaki house for a long time and testified that he'd heard what sounded like the two sisters having a fight, trading insults back and forth. We believe that this incident related to the injury case that occurred the same day in Hinamizawa. But we could not find any traces that would imply anyone but the victim was present. I was right. I was 100% right. The victim fell straight down into the foliage on the parking strip. Her neck broke and she died immediately. Her clothing was disheveled and markings would imply a scuffle. We also believe something that it could have been an insanity-induced suicide attempt based on the particular mental state after the incident. On both fronts, suicide and homicide were both detected. Fuck. What happened to Keiichi though? I mean, he's still alive. Or is it gonna magically stop because Shion's dead? Oh no, it's still going. Fuck. Good god, this game's like, we're gonna keep hitting it, let's keep going. No, but, okay, let's go back, unpack some of the stuff that just were unreleased. And yeah, fucking, I'm going all the way now. Because there's no way I'm not going to call it quits here. There's no way. But I mean... Okay, so he was stabbed at 2 a.m. and was left there until his parents awoke. Let's say 6 or 7. He's out there for 4 or 5 hours. Bleeding out. There's no way he was alive. Like, that's some fucking luck. That would have hurt like a bitch. But, with Shion falling out and arguing with apparently her twin, but no evidence was found to suggest that. It really backs up what I was believing, though. Like when I said, is she talking to herself? She very well could have been. Where Shion was still like crying and like huddled in her sleep, she actually could have been talking as the same person. Like legit. But I think she killed herself after she killed me. Saying like, oh, everything's done. Like I did it all. Meaning she can kill herself now. But that also proves that she killed Mion. Fuck. Because what she could have done is kill Mion and pretend to be Shion. Though I don't know what she would have done with the body. Because she's already Shion. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to pretend to be her. And since she was constantly moving back and forth, the police wouldn't keep an eye on her. Or at least wouldn't worry nearly as much about her. But it's both a suicide and a homicide. Interesting. Anyways, let's keep going. Only for 5 minutes, understand. Please try not to excite him. Yes, I'll be careful. Clack. The door opened and as I expected, Oishi came in. Fuck off. Hello, Mayabara. It's been a while, hasn't it? Tell me, how have you been since then? The doctor says my God damn it. Post-operative recovery seems to be going smoothly, but I think I got worse when I saw your face. Ha, you wounded me. I wish I was kidding. As Oishi gave us a laugh that smelled of sweat, he handed Mom a bag of assorted candies he must have purchased from the souvenir counter on the first floor of the hospital. 5 minutes, remember. Excuse me, Miss Mayabara. Would it be possible for me to talk to Keiichi for just a moment? Mom clearly wasn't pleased at the thought of a police officer talking to her son without her there. However, I insisted. Mom, sorry, just a little while. Just 5 minutes, okay? He's gonna fucking kill me. He's gonna motherfucking kill me. I swear to God, he will. Though grudgingly, Mom left the room. Fuck that, if that's my child, oh fuck no, I'm not leaving his ass. He's almost died twice. Screw off, I'm not leaving him alone. When she closed the door, Oishi grinned widely and looked around the room. A room to yourself, how high class. My old lady always gets a shared room, you know. It's quite lively, however. Seems like you're a higher rank if you have a worse disease in places like that. The sicker you are, the prouder you are, or maybe the more arrogant. Oishi, we only have 5 minutes. I would like to if these were the last 5 minutes we ever saw each other. I don't have any connection to Hinamizawa anymore, and this isn't in Hinamizawa anymore either. Yes, because there aren't any general hospitals in Okinomiya. Mind if I take a seat? Down we go. There's a large university hospital in Shishibone City. It was splendidly urban, entirely different from the likes of Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. Damn, he's in a university hospital? That's serious shit there. It was hard to believe Hinamizawa was part of the same city, though to be fair, he'd been bleeding out forever. I mean, his stomach's gotta be fucked up, his intestines fucked up. Like, he's gonna have fucked up life. Like, for the rest of his life, he's gonna be fucked up. If he still lives. But I mean, Shion's dead, so fuck it, he's gonna live. Just kidding, he's gonna die. There's gonna be something that happens. Rena comes out of nowhere, kills him. Oh god, that would be fucked up. When does it look like you'll get transferred? Dunno. I'm ready to go whenever, though. Our moving plans were delayed a little bit because of my serious injury, obviously. My parents had already left the house in Hinamizawa, though, and were living in our new one. They planned to have me transfer hospitals to be closer to the new house once I'd recovered enough to be taken there. Please don't come to where I'm transferring. I really will get worse then. Man, you really do hate me. It may just be my job, but that stings. That's why I brought you all kinds of lovely souvenirs in atonement. You didn't need to bring in assorted cookies for that. Well, you see, there aren't actually cookies in there. Look. Oishi pulls out a can of cookies and... what? Oh, I'm stretching my scar. I didn't know what you were into, Mayabara, so I bought all sorts of things. See all sorts of cute-looking ones from westerns to comic strips. Lately, they have this sort of H-manga aimed at girls, too. God, stop it. Don't bring porn in here. Take them away and go home, you dirty old man. Ow, 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 ow. Thought for sure a healthy young person like you would be feeling a little needy being cooped up in a place like this for so long. If you stay here too long, the only fetish you'll end up with is a nurse one, you know? There are plenty of other beautiful things in this world besides nurses, after all. Don't decide what to major in now. Keep your options open. God damn it. Why is it always the fucking dirty old man? You need to be a more all-around type of person. I gave Oishi's vulgar laugh a pained grin. Somehow or other, I understood. The fact that Oishi was bringing it up like this meant that he must have had something important to talk about. The incident with Shion really was unfortunate. The night I was stabbed by Mion, Shion fell from her balcony and died. They said the police were investigating all possibilities, accident, suicide, and homicide, but it could only have been Mion's doing. Mion found out where Shion was hiding and pushed her down to her death. No. Too convenient. Because there's no way she found out where Shion was, pushed her out, got out of that area, on the 8th floor, mind you, ran down 8 flights of stairs, sprinted down to where I was, and killed me. Just so unlikely. I think what she did is stabbed me and almost killed me, then went back and that's probably where she killed herself. Nothing else was conceivable. It couldn't have been an accident. It was Mion. It had to be. The criminology guys are saying it had to be a suicide, but I'm on the same option as you, Mayabara. She put Shion and was also stabbed you. In one night. Has Mion still not been found? Oh, that's right. That's what I came here to tell you today. Yeah, we actually did find her. What? Ow, ow, ow. Learning that felt rather strange to me. I was partially relieved that the incident was truly over, and I was partly sorry that my best friend had finally been caught. Felt many other things, too. My heart was a maze of emotions. That's not all. In the Sonozaki House catacombs, we found a hidden well. Just as you said, Mayabara, we found the remains of all those who disappeared at the bottom. I see. Fuck. Tell me I was right. That sliver of hope, that possibility I had believed that Rika and Satoko were found, just from the fact their remains hadn't been found. Gone. Tell me I was right. It was incredibly well hidden in those catacombs. I mean, it was in the blind spot of another blind spot. It was a vertical tunnel dug out like a well. There was a ladder set up there, and when we went all the way down, there was another tunnel built there going through it. When we followed it a few hundred meters, we found ourselves at the mouth of an old unused well in the mountains. I wonder if that was a secret escape route a previous Sonozaki family leader built. Probably was. Maybe it was made in the Meiji era. Still, I'm impressed they built something like that. So everyone's remains were at the bottom. Yeah. Even deeper down the escape path, there's a pool of coal tar. They had been casually thrown into there. Oh, fuck. They had fallen from a fairly high spot, so their remains were totally buried in it. It took a lot of time and effort to pull their bodies up. Did you find them all? I hope that they at least wouldn't find Rika and Satoko. That's what I wished for when I asked, but my shallow hope was crushed in the blink of an eye. Yeah, all of them. In fact, we also found humans' bones we think are over a decade old. We think there are at least 3 people. I suppose it's the dark side of Hinamizawa's history. Wonder how many people's bones we'll find when we've sucked up all that mud. It's a scary thought. Wait, who's the 3 people? Rika, Satoko, who's the 3rd? That weight had been pushing down on Mion's shoulder the whole time. Mion. We've currently identified the people who disappeared from Shishibone City decades ago. People are talking about this opportunity might let us resolve the disappearing persons case that have been abandoned. After a deep silence, he breathed a heavy sigh. Oishi went from his cigarettes to pass the time, but realized this was a non-smoking area, so he gave up and put them back in his shirt pocket. Alright, it's a bit of a detour, but you know Furika Furude, right? Of course. She's my friend. Did she ever tell you anything along the lines of her regularly taking insulin injections for diabetes? What? Huh? Rika has diabetes? There's no way! I didn't know what he was talking about. Actually, we found it in her skirt pocket. A syringe. It was destroyed though, so we couldn't identify the medicine. Oh, fuck! First game. For the first game, I was going to get injected by something. Is it possible Shion injected Rika with something? Or was it Rika who had it? And that when Shion threw her off, that it broke it, but it was still hers. So either Shion had it or Rika had it. Interesting. Well, if Shion had it, like if she stuck Rika with it, then that would actually boost my claim with the first game. It was really Shion doing it. It was a bit out of place, so I got interested. You really don't know anything. I didn't know anything about Rika carrying syringes around with her. The Sonozaki family cooperates the Yakuza people. Anyway, there's rumors that they deal in psychostimulants. I was thinking that might have something to do with it, too. Are you trying to tell me that Rika is a drug addict? No, not at all. That isn't what I'm saying. It just seems strange however you look at it, that she would bring a syringe with her on her way to get soy sauce. Oh, fuck. It was Rika's then. Why the fuck? Was Rika actually gonna kill her? And put an end to it before she could kill her? But it didn't work out. Fuck. I have no idea what any of this means. My eyes were spinning. I feel sick. Well, Rika's not the little angel everyone describes her as. Fuck if she's carrying around a goddamn syringe full of weird fucking liquids I don't know what it is. Are you alright? Should I call a nurse? I'm fine. Please continue. Well, that's all I had to say about the syringe. It was the only thing that personally struck me as interesting. Rika was sort of like the village mascot after all. It looks like the village is in uproar right now, between the older blind believers and the Sonozaki family who killed her. Three families' effective control over the village is basically in shambles, too. If someone came up to them with talk of a dam again, this sort of timing, the entire village would be abandoned for sure this time. I'm not related to Hinamizawa anymore. I actually was. I just said it because that thought about Hinamizawa being abandoned was unpleasant, and I wanted to end the conversation quickly. There was a knock at the door. It opened slightly, and Mom asked if we were still talking. Oops. We went off topic, didn't we? What a pickle. I looked at the clock. 5 minutes were long past. He told my mom that there was something he really wanted to ask, and if she would wait a little bit longer. Is that so? Keep it short, okay? There wasn't any getting around the fact that she was thinking about what a police officer could be talking to her son about. Maybe we should choose another day for this. Moishi. Mion. How is she right now? I wanted just to hear that answer and then get rid of him. Before I tell you that, I just need one thing from you. I just need you to answer something in all honesty. What is it? I want you to take your answer seriously, got it? If you say something indiscreet, it could be viewed as an obstruction of the investigation. You could be prosecuted. Fuck. Oishi kept threatening me until the end. Fuck, this must be serious then. Like, legit serious. What the hell did he want? Did you have sexual relations with Mion? Mayabara, who do you think the criminal who pushed Shion from the balcony? Herself. I think Shion did it. There's no way it could be anyone but Mion, is there? Then who was it who stabbed you? Shion. Please don't make me say it again. It was Mion. Mion Sonozaki. Oishi smiled bitterly, then dabbed at his forehead with a handkerchief to wipe his sweat. He should have expected that answer, and yet it looked as though he wasn't satisfied with it. She pushed Shion and then stabbed me. Didn't you just admit yourself that Mion was the criminal? The evidence we have that Mion killed Shion is based on testimony from the man living next door. This neighbor is actually a member of an organized crime group. In other words, he was Shion's bodyguard. It seems he has a veteran leader in that vein, and was like a parent to the Sonozaki sisters growing up. Interesting. That man said this. The noise he heard from next door was just like the sound of a fight between sisters that he was used to hearing when they still lived together. And no, there was no doubt about it. He said he heard Mion and Shion insulting each other, and he heard them struggling. At first, though, he thought it was a hallucination she was having brought on by her dementia. She has dementia at a fucking, 16, 17, 18? God. You see, he thought that because that sort of ruckus had been occurring every night. However, that night had been longer than the rest, and he claimed that he went to her room to give her a sedative. The noise died down while he still got the manager to give him the key. He already decided that he'd at least check up on her after she wasn't answering his calls. They took the plunge and unlocked the door. When they saw the room was a mess, since Shion had been pushed over the balcony, they decided it had to have been Mion. And that's how it happened. There's no possible way. There's no way. It's impossible. Unless they want to say she somehow escaped out the window of an 8-story building. There's physically no way. Because there's no way she just walked out the front door, locked it, and then left. No, it's bullshit. In other words, he only heard from the other side of the wall. Plus, because the apartment complex is connected to their organization, it doesn't have many residents. So they were the only ones who heard it happening. To reiterate, there was only one person who witnessed Mion Sonozaki. And that would be you. Even if he didn't see her, isn't it obviously Mion's doing? Now settle down. This is what I'm saying. It means you are the only one who saw Mion for sure that last night. After all, Shion, the other witness, is no longer alive. What are you trying to say? I don't really understand. At that point, Oishi paused. The fact that this was a non-smoking area completely slipped his mind, and he took out his pack of cigarettes again. He lit one with his lighter and exhaled a long stream of tobacco smoke. Thanks, this is great for a recovering patient. Were you really stabbed by Mion Sonozaki? No, I was stabbed by Shion Sonozaki. Yes. There's no doubt about it. The smoke Oishi breathed out floated away like a thundercloud swept away by the wind. Oishi, you can't smoke in here. The nurses will get mad. Actually, we found Mion Sonozaki at the bottom of the well too. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. Let's go. So what happened was, she knocked me out, she killed Mion, and then pretended to be Shion. Fucking called it. Let's go. Ooh, I'm like 5 for 5 now. Ooh, too good. Meaning Shion killed herself, Shion stabbed him, Shion did all of that. What? She fell to her death. We believe that she was trying to escape to that hidden passage in the wall. Her foot slipped while climbing down the ladder. She fell to the bottom, broke her neck, and died. Yeah. Same way as Shion. She broke her neck. Well, what? After you passed out that day, Mion tried to escape using the hidden well. But her foot slipped and she died. Bullshit.